Come on, where's your guts?
What's your problem, Mick?
My problem?
Yeah.
You got a problem, kid. You got a ticker problem. What's the matter? You got nothing left inside, huh? Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that?
Bum?
A bum!
Maybe you're right. Maybe I ain't got it no more.
All right. Then don't you waste my time no more. You hear that? Go away. Go back to the docks where you belong. You go back to being a two-bit nothing. But don't you ever come back here again, because I'm too old to waste my time trying to train a no-good loser like you, you bum!
How do you define success or failure? What makes you successful? What makes you a failure? Do you look at yourself, like say if you was in an interview, will you consider yourself a successful person? If you told your life story right now, will you be considered a failure? Or would you be considered a success? If you was a drug addict coming up, did you have a successful life? Or if you was a prostitute? Or if you was a transsexual? Or if you was a pimp or a prostitute? You sat in a seat and told your life story to the world. Would it be a successful one? Or would you consider yourself a failure? To some people, they consider themselves successful, no matter how they look. And some people that me and you would think are successful would consider themselves a failure. You see, you really don't know what you really are. Who you are is what you think.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
You could have been a prostitute, but for some reason, because you made a little money, you think you're successful. But when I look at you, I could have said, well, you're a failure. But it's what you believe you are. Because there are some people that are millionaires, and they don't consider themselves a successful person. Because something in their heart, or a person who's a pimp and a prostitute, consider themselves successful people. They believe they made it, even though the man could dominate her every night. But in her eyes, she thinks he cares about her. Think about it, it all goes back to the mind of what you think about yourself and how you view yourself. It's fascinating how people can look at other people and tear them down, think that they're unsuccessful. Look at police officers and think they're unsuccessful pigs, and think that they're crap, but they can be successful people to themselves. Or what about if you were in a fire academy? Firemen every day put their lives on the line for us. Are they considered successful people or failures?
I've never gone this way before.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of ways I've gone that you haven't.
What's your name? John Ringer? What kind of a name is Ringer?
Winger. Well, I'm adopted. I spent most of my life in institutions.
Doesn't surprise me. You look like a typical low-life character to me.
Actually, I'm a photographer. I took this job because I love people. There's nothing I enjoy more than meeting someone like yourself and getting to know you and then taking a few action photos of you while I drive.
Will you stop? Turn around! Watch the road! Turn around! Stop with the pictures! Face the road!
Thank you so much.
Aren't you going too fast?
Oh, it's not the speed, really, so much. I just wish I hadn't drunk all that cough syrup this morning, you know?
We're going to be killed!
Oh, no.
Just keep your hands on the wheel and slow down!
Not killed!
You should have your license taken away. I am going to write your name down and see that it's given to the proper authorities, G.E.R. You're a bum, and that's all you'll ever be, a bum!
Well, that hurts, ma'am. And I don't think I want to take your abuse. And I know I don't want to take you and your luggage to the airport. How about that, huh?
Sometimes when you're driving like a cab and doing your job, sometimes you feel down. You feel like an unsuccessful person, like your life has been meaningless. So when people remind you of that and call you a lowlife or scum, it gets to you. It's very hard. It makes you not want to deal with the person. I mean, you already feel sad about your life because you think you're a failure. But when somebody else reminds you you're a failure, that's like icing on a cake. It hurts because you start to really think you're a failure in life. Or how about that clique? You know those special groups at your job that you're not allowed to be a part of. Those cliques that get anything they want, get to do anything they want to do, while you have to sit back and watch that all for one and one for all team of that clique. It's hard because they're so happy they get all those privileges, but you're left on the outside looking in, knowing that you'll never be a part of something special like that. That makes you feel unsuccessful because you see a successful organization like a clique just continue to do what they want to do, and it's tough watching it. Imagine a secret society in your corporation or your job and you can't be a part of it because you're not popular enough. It's like in high school. When you're not popular enough, you're not voted in that clique. Because people who are in a clique at the job, most of them think they're a secret society that's higher above everybody else. And they will look down on you because they think you're scum. But what if you come into some money and you're able to buy one of these kind of cars here, a Rolls Royce? Are you considered successful because you have a car that looks better than everybody else's? How do we find success, people? Is it by a car, driving a Mercedes that changes colors every time you turn the steering wheel? I mean, what is success? Is it being better than everybody else? Or is it an inside thing in your mind where you think you're successful, even though you could be a bum? If I'm in this Mercedes right here and I pull up next to somebody who's asking for money, how would I view that person? Or how would that person view me? That's the key. How would I feel if I was able to shop at Saks Fifth Avenue in Beverly Hills every day? The last time I was in this store, they told me to get out because I didn't have the right shoes on. And I was with a female. So imagine a female was able to stay, but they had me escorted outside. That is a tough pill to swallow. Does Tom Brady winning his 7th Super Bowl championship make him successful? Some people say yes, some people say no. Or how about Michael Jordan, the GOAT of the NBA, winning 6 titles and never losing in the finals? Does that make him successful? Or the self-proclaimed GOAT, LeBron James, recently winning a championship? But there's a guy that's considered unsuccessful because people have forgotten all about him. This guy has won 11 championships and not even considered a GOAT because people don't remember who he is. But he has more championships than anybody in this world. Now, how did that happen? A guy like that considered unsuccessful in life. Was it because he was a civil rights activist? Was it because he was a brother and he stood up for other black men in the NBA? I mean, why is he shunned today? Is it because he's old? Is it because people just don't remember? So they're completely wiped off their mind. But this is something to think about when you talk about goats, because this guy here is the real goat. This is Akdog 8. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.